Welcome, sisters. Again, very happy to see you here on the Caravan of Unity, Co-Creating Europe site all together with us. My name is Maren Hoff. I am a coach and a medicine woman, and I'm very happy to share this platform here today with you. As a member of the Sacred Female Rising that has the stage here every day at 3 o'clock. Every day is another sister will share her wisdom here at 3 o'clock from this day on. And I'm very happy to be the first today. No, I'm not the first, but I'm the first like alone. We have been doing a lot together, and now everyone's starting with her own work, which is a wonderful opportunity. And we're here with Caravan of Unity, and I thank you so much for this lovely opportunity that you've given the space and the presence to be here. Thank you so much. I'm a coach for ancestral healing. I'm a coach very much for pregnant women these days because my new book is coming out in October about healing ancestral wounds, about healing family wounds before passing them on to the next generation. And one of the deep teachings in this work with those pregnant women has been the grandmother. Why the grandmother? You'd say you focus on the baby, you go into new life, you do something. Yeah, you are in a transformational time to the future. But for the most women I've accompanied, going to the future is not really possible without a deep-rooted anchor in the past. And that's why it was so super important to get this anchor back, because most of us are like a little bit wobbling with this rooting back into our past, into our ancestral lineage. So for the start, for everyone who's so lovely here to be here today, also everyone welcome who's watching live on FB. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment, find a comfortable place to sit and put a hand on your heart, a heart on your hand, no, a hand on your heart. Close your eyes if it feels comfortable to you. And feel into your breathing rhythm for a moment. And no one can hear you. I invite you to say out loud your name, your mother's name, and your grandmother's name. If two grandmothers, you can name them both. And feel for a moment, who is that? As for myself, my name is Maren. My mother's name is Krista Anita. And my grandmother's names are Hildegard and Rosemarie. It doesn't matter how your relationship has been, whether you had a good or loving one, or you were rather distant or didn't even know each other. And if you don't know a name, just feel into the presence of your grandmothers that have come before you. And then widen your perception a little bit and feel into their mother's presence and the mothers of the great-grandmothers and the mothers of the great-great-grandmothers. So as we continue this journey together and dive into a deep meditation today, I invite you to feel this connection that you have to the women that have come before you. And I'm very happy, though I didn't hear their names and I cannot see their faces, that through our collective presence, we can invite them into our collective space here. Thank you so much. Stay in your connection here. Slowly open your eyes again. Come back into this moment, because before we go into this deep meditation, I want us to remember also, what does the grandmother stand for? This old ancient woman. And I have a picture of her here. Yeah, resemblance of what her wisdom could look like, her wise face. And the sacred female rising work that we do in the medicine woman training, we learn to reconnect to this ancient wisdom that is there on this planet long, long before our birth. And when you can look closely here on this side, I have recaptured with the help of Mira Michelle, what does the ancient woman stand for? I know we cannot see you, but I can hear you. So maybe you have some idea and want to share it. And then you can just say out loud, what does the ancient woman and wisdom stand for you? You can just put on the audio for a moment. You want to do that? Anya, you're already ready. I can see that. Maybe you want to share a word that comes to you when you think of grandmother's wisdom. Magdalena, do you have something? We couldn't hear you, love. One more time. Now. No. Now Marianne is there.
I will jump in for a moment. Maybe Elena can sort out the audio.
Yeah, now she can.
What comes to me is clarity.
Mm.
A lot of clarity through from the back going forward.
Thank you. Magdalena, now I can see that your audios are.
Yeah, okay, it worked. I'm sorry. So the grandmother stands for me for support, deep support, emotional support, and wisdom and knowledge.
Mm. Thank you.
And yes, and for me, the grandmothers, especially my grandmother, stand for me for peace.
Mm.
Deep, deep peace and calm and very patient.
Thank you. I can feel her coming in.
For me, the word is experience. They've seen it before. So it's knowledge, experience, and patience. So.
Yeah. Thank you. I have been pondering on why I wanted to focus so much on the grandmother. And one thing about creating peace now, especially with the Caravan of Unity, is I feel like there is a lot of things going on, like separation between us and nature, separation between us and animals, but also right this week, for me especially, I don't know how you feel, separation between people. Like there's a lot of things going on. And every time I feel into someone like how can I get some wisdom from the past? People start to quote so many men. Yeah, we have like these citations or quotations about wisdom from men over centuries, like how they would deal with like situations that are new. Like many men are saying something these days also. And I could feel like I need also somebody I can cite in these very separated times where I feel like there's a lot of transformation that's going on. Somebody I can rely on who's a woman, a wise woman who has said something maybe about transformational times and what to focus on in that times. And that is something I seldom find in books. I don't know how you feel about it. You really have to dig deep to find something that wise women have said in the other days before us about how to be, you have a lot about Buddha, you have a lot about Krishna, and it's all good, you know? I don't want to say that's bad, but I feel like I need something additional to that. And when we're talking about creating peace and creating a new Europe where separation might be not the main thing, like as it looks like today, then I want to invite this into our field very much. And the work with the Sacred Female Rising has given me the opportunity to do that. I don't know how you feel, but I haven't had this connection before. Now these days, now these last years, since the Medicine Woman training, it's really strong. And it comes more and more. Anyone who has like an impulse to say something is very invited to say something. Magdalena, you good? No. Do you have a citation of your grandmother? Something she always said. Something that she always said. We can close our eyes again in remembrance. And I remember the grandmother that is very close to me. She'd always say, be safe. Magdalena?
For me, it's I have a very deep connection with my grandmother on my father's side, and also with my grandmother, on even more so with my grandmother. She is now dead since about 40 years ago, but I have very often in my life, especially if I have a lot of problems or if I go through a very strong, through a very deep and crisis, you know, I feel like she's always on my side, and I talk to her very often. And as you said, she is something, she always says me, also, you are safe, you are trust in God and trust in your life, and that every step, every situation is right and correct as it is. And be patient with yourself, with myself. And especially my grandmother on my father's side, she had a very strong belief in God, and this is something she gave me with in my life, and I'm very thankful for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I remember my grandmother on my father's side was also very Catholic, and we could never relate. But then at one point she started to send me angel postcards. And I could very much relate to the angels, not to the church, not to the Catholic belief system, but to the angels. And we started to have this language together through angels, which was really a blessing for me. Thank you so much for your sharing. Thank you so much for your voices and the grandmothers who are with us today. And you see here again, what does the grandmother stand for? Strength, no? She works with strength to endure times, to give safety and independence and that. And clarity, as Marion has so wonderfully said, like clarity, what is the next step to go? And she's very much connected with our root chakra. So, as we have shared all this together, I invite us now, and especially all of you are looking and watching, find a wonderfully comfortable place to lie down or sit, or Chris has already done that and sitting in the sun, it looks wonderful. We go together into this meditation and you can just receive. And maybe you will have some contact in one or the other ways with maybe your real grandmothers or some grandmother wisdom that is important for you these times, these days after this full moon in Fish. And if you ever in between feel like you need to drink something, you're very much invited to take care completely of yourself and do that. For the moment, I invite you to let go a little bit, to close your eyes, to come back again to the breath and feel into your rhythm, your breathing rhythm in this very moment, on this day, on this planet. And for a moment, feel into your feet. How do they feel today? Are they grounded right now? Do they have contact with the earth, with the ground beneath you? And whether they are cold or warm or tensed or relaxed, allow them to be just as they are this moment. Feel into your legs. Can they spread? Or they may be tickling a little bit. And allow your legs to feel as they do in this very moment. Just perceive yourself. Feel into your pelvis. And you can let your breath flow through your body into your pelvis. Deep down. Does it feel wide? Does it feel narrow? Are there points in your hips and your pelvis that are like hurting a little bit? Then let your breath flow there. Feel into your spine. What form does your spine have right now? Is it very uplifting? Can you lie down? Can it relax completely on the ground? Can it relax into the support of a chair or a wall? Feel into your spine and allow your spine to be just as it is right now. And feel into your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Be in contact with them. How do they feel? Have you the feeling of broad shoulders? Are they a little bit tense somewhere, especially the neck muscles? Can your hands relax, or are they a little bit tight? And whatever is right now, allow with your breath that it is as it is. Let your breath flow through your body. And then come with your awareness to your head. Let your head feel heavy today or very light. If you in between feel like, oh, I feel so heavy, I really want to lie down now, you can always give in to what you need. And let the opportunity arise that also a heavy head is allowed to be right this moment. Let your breath flow in and out. And with the next flowing out breath, relax even a little bit more. And whatever has occurred to you throughout this day, throughout this week, maybe even throughout these months and years, feel like with the next breathing out, you can let go of whatever is rather heavy right now. Let yourself relax a little bit more. And with the next breathing out, imagine that strong, strong roots are growing out of your feet into the ground. Let those roots grow, whatever the ground underneath your feet might feel like. Maybe it's the floor of a house. Maybe it's wood. Let your roots grow through and grow deep and connect with the earth and grow into the earth. With the next breathing out, let your roots grow even deeper into the earth. Feel them growing deep and feel them growing wide. With the next breath out, let them grow even deeper through all the grounding layers of Mother Earth. And although it's getting warmer and warmer to the center, your roots cannot be harmed. They belong here. They belong on the ground of Mother Earth. Now feel with the next breathing out how you can let go of everything that was heavy the last hours, the last days. You can let go through your roots into the ground. Let it go. And then with the next breathing in, let yourself be filled with the loving and kind energy of Mother Earth. Through your roots, your feet, your legs, your spine, into your whole body. And with the next breathing out, let go of everything that no longer serves you. Let it go through your roots, down, down, down. And be assured that it is transformed through the miraculous ways of Mother Earth, that you can let go of it, that it is transformed into light. And with the next breathing in, let yourself be filled with the loving and kind and warm energy of the Mother, through your roots and feet and legs, into your spine and your whole body, into every cell. And let out with breathing out, let go. And let yourself be filled with breathing in and your own rhythm. And with the next being filled, you maybe can feel like as your roots are growing deep into the Mother, you can grow like a tree up towards the sky. With every breathing out, you can root yourself. With every breathing in, you are filled with love energy to grow, to rise, to grow, to rise. And when you have connected yourself with the ancient, ancient Mother, feeling yourself, let your breath flow into your heart, especially your heart, and widen your heart space here. Put one hand on your heart, put the other hand on your heart as well. And breathe into your heart. Feel that your heart belongs to your body, that it contains so many cells, and let the grounding, loving energy also reach your heart. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat underneath your hands, keeping you alive from one moment to the other, pumping fresh red blood through you every second. And when you're connected to yourself, to Mother Earth, and to your heart in this way, I invite you to widen your presence, your perception around you, and feel the presence of an ancient, loving, and kind grandmother right behind you. See how she looks. Perceive how tall she is. Feel her presence right behind you. This ancient, older than old grandmother, with her warm eyes, being full of love towards you. And then feel how she puts her hand between your shoulder blades. Feel her support. And with the next breathing in, let her wisdom and her loving energy fill you through her hand on your back. Feel how the energy fills you. This wisdom of centuries. She has survived so much. She knows exactly how you feel. She is with you throughout all times. Let her love fill you. Let her strength fill you. Let her clarity fill you. Let her persistence fill you. Now widen your perception even more and feel that she is, as you are, connected to all women that have come before you. Feel that you are one part of a huge circle. Feel that she is one part of a huge circle. Feel that you are connected through the times. These women have all encountered struggles, loss, love, joy, and they look at you with so much love. Feel this connectedness. It is always there. You are one of the many. And as you're standing in this circle of ancient women, Open your heart and open your perception to their message. Maybe you can see a color that is rising through this feeling. Maybe you can hear their voices. Open your heart, open yourself to the message that they have for you. Maybe it is a word, maybe it is a sound. Let yourself be surprised. Maybe you can feel a touch. Maybe you can see light. Connect yourself to your wisdom through your ancestors. When you have received the message, give an inner thank you. Feel like you can look them into the eyes and thank them. Thank the great grandmother. Thank her for her wisdom. Thank her for her support. Thank her for her clarity. Thank her for her strength. Thank her for her persistence. Thank her for your life. And then let's slowly, slowly deepen your breathing. Slowly, slowly, with your eyes closed, start to rub your hands. And with this, starting to move, say goodbye. Say a last thank you. And know that this goodbye is only for now, for a second to come back into this modern life world and feel that you don't have to say goodbye completely, that you're always connected, that she is always with you. Stay in the contact. So you slowly start to move your body a little bit in the way it feels comfortable for you. Breathe deeply. Start to perceive your body. Start to perceive yourself. Slowly, slowly, coming back into the here and the now. And if you have come back, gently open your eyes. Maybe you want to shake a little bit. Yeah. Maybe you just want to breathe in the sun, move a little bit more. And as we slowly come to an end of this session, I thank you for going on this journey with me. And if you feel like, I would be so grateful if you want to share a word. Maybe you just want to share which color had occurred, or if you had something happening that was good for you. Or maybe it's just a sound that you want to share, or a movement, or a sign, or a sentence, could be as well. Maybe words come. Mira, I cannot hear you right now. I think you have to again do your audio.
Hi, darling. Maren. I got soft violet, sort of blue color coming across my field. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah.
For me, it was a very calm experience, and I saw my grandmother behind me, and even she was a very rather small person. I felt her very strong and very tall. She was, in her real life, she was really small person, but I felt her very strong and tall behind me, and that was a really good feeling, and remind me that I forgot in the last weeks or month to talk with her. So that was a good experience to remember her again and to get more with her in contact again. And also to feel this circle of old wise women was a very good feeling, that we are all connected with them and with their wisdom. Thank you for that, Maren.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
As I was plugging back in and growing roots, the visual came like behind my mother and two women and back, and it became this overlap network of women in a sphere. And plugging into this felt like plugging into it, like having this port. And I got a message to be brave, because there's all this strength supporting and holding. So it was really beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Magdalena, do you feel like sharing, or do you feel like silence? Silence? Okay, thank you. I love this message, Chris. Be brave. This really resonates with me. Got this message today. How to say that? You're important. You're important. I get this message today. And I want to end this session now with all of you for the next things coming up now, with this, that every single one of us is important, right? This time, right? These days, like you all that are sharing the space with me now here, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. But everyone who's watching and everyone who's on this planet is important. So thank you. Thank you, Julian. Thank you so much. Also Sandy, Sonia, Mira, and everyone who's facilitating all this. You are rocking rock stars, and you are so important, and your work is so important. And be brave. Yes, as we heard this. Thank you. Blessings, much love from my side, from Portugal.